the moment it's a tough situation we have, and I'm really happy that we won the 3 points against Girona, because it was very important. And also you can see today in the training the atmosphere was really good. Good to see this. Good to see the mood, and this is what we need. We have also a young team, young players, and they need it. And we today about. When we analyze the match against Girona, it's something about. I always speak, you know that. I always speak about positioning, the right high, the right distance between the players and the opponent is very important. And if you're too far away from that, you lose. You have to run too much, give the opponent a little bit more time to play out, and then this is also what kills us in the defense. So it's about that. So we have to find the right position, and from there we have to jump. We have to press.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I don't want to speak about Hansi Flick's press conference, but we're mainly going to be talking about the defensive issues, because he did explain what exactly has been going on with Barcelona's system, and I do want to delve deeper into this whole conversation. So look, Barcelona have been conceding clear chances. If you look at the past 3 matches against Girona, against PSG, and against Sevilla, we have been overexposed, mainly because of our pressing and our positional structure. And Flick has admitted that the main problem does lie in positioning and pressing coordination. This is what he said. When we analyzed the game against Girona, it's about positioning, the right distance between players and the opponent. If you're too far, you have to run too much, give opponents more time to play out, and that kills us defensively. We have to find the right positions and press from there. And then he also noted that even though Barcelona won against Girona 2-1, it was a very big win. It was good for our confidence. However, he still emphasized that this is a young squad and it still needs to rediscover its last season pressing intensity. This is what he said. We have a young team, young players, and they need a lot of confidence. The mood in training is good, and that's what we need. And so it is quite clear that Flick will not abandon the high pressing philosophy. It's just not going to happen. Like, this guy's going to die on his own sword and nothing more. And his system clearly does rely on those compact distances, kind of like how he did explain. Like, every time one of the opponents from the opposition do regain the ball, we want to be able to close those distances. And I'm going to be playing you guys a video as I am talking, and it's going to be showing you guys just how passive Barcelona have been when it came to the opponent having the ball and how easy it is for them to just get away from Barcelona's pressing. So I do think that not only is our drop in defensive intensity purely tactical, like, it's not just that, but it's also about the execution. Like, we're just not that good at pressing. We have the right players, but we're just not good. Like, our mentality is not there. And I would say that a lot of this has to do with a mix of injuries. The fact that we don't have Raphinha or Lamine Yamal at 100% is really bad. I think that most of these players are fatigued and there is a lack of coordination. Hansi Flick has explained that they're working on these solutions, and they continue to work on it in every training session. However, it's going to be up to the players to apply them correctly. I also believe that this does align with what Deco said yesterday about how they're not going to be signing any reinforcements, because Deco knows that we have the correct players. We have the players that we do need in order for us to be successful. If anything, we added more players from La Masia and we have gotten stronger. Yes, we have the implementation of Rooney Barty and Marcus Rashford, but all in all, this is a stronger Barcelona team that has a lot of options. And that is why Deco says that there is no reason for us to go out there and spend some money, because there is no position to be reinforced. The players are there. They just need to return from injury. And so I guess you can say that at the very least, Deco and Hansi Flick do see eye to eye in this sporting project. It's not like Deco has one opinion and Flick has a different one. Fermín López also had his side of the story and defended Flick about this situation. He did emphasize that the issues aren't about Flick's tactics, but how the team bring the collective effort. And this is what he said. The defensive phase is part of the whole team. Those of us who press the defense and the midfield, we know the manager's plan, and I'm sure we'll press like before and be back to our previous level. And it's quite funny to hear that Fermín López and Hansi Flick have both talked about Raphinha and his importance, because Fermín López did state that Raphinha is very important. He has also shown that, and we hope that he'll be back very soon. Even Hansi Flick stated that he misses Raphinha, and I think that we can all come to an agreement that yes, Raphinha, when he was in his top level, he was the one that led the press in the attack. Of course, this is not going to be like a dig on Marcus Rashford. I'm not trying to say that Rashford does nothing defensively, but it is a whole whole other different ball game when you have Raphinha on the left pressing the opposition fullbacks. So I'm happy to see that at the very least, Fermín is self-aware and the team is self-aware that they're not implementing the ideas as good as they used to, and nothing has really changed under Hansi Flick. I do think that in time though, like as Hansi Flick continues to be at Barcelona, like if you look at the way that he was talking about how he loves Barcelona, that he feels more emotional about these games, it makes me feel like that he's gonna be here for maybe more than expected. I'm not gonna promise you guys and say that he's gonna be here for 6 or 7 seasons, but it's gonna be much longer than expected, a longer run compared to Bayern Munich. And I think that because of that, because he is gonna be spending more time at Barcelona, we are gonna be seeing soon some modifications on this system. You have to evolve, or eventually you're just gonna find yourself very static, and many teams are gonna be figuring you out. So expect some modifications to be made, right? Even Pep Guardiola did that when he transitioned from Barcelona to Bayern and to Manchester City and what they are today. It's a completely different system when you add up enough years. But when we are talking about comparing the previous season and the season that we're in today, it's not that long of a time frame. Not much modifications do need to be made here. We simply just have to implement the same ideas correctly. There were many key drivers on what led towards Barcelona being so successful in pressing last season. Like point number one, it was the clear tactical identity and the high defensive line. I remember there was a stat that said that Barcelona caught their opponents offside in 115 occasions. That's a lot. Barcelona are no longer like that, and we have to improve on that. Point number two, we had a very compact team shape and we were very synthesized. Point number three, we had high physical and mental intensity. Point number four, our momentum and confidence is what made us have very fewer disruptions, and that is why Barcelona looked much more fluid in the attack as they went forward. And we have these upcoming games very soon against Olympiacos, against Real Madrid, and Barcelona have to return to their previous level. Xabi Alonso has also realized this. He knows that Barcelona are not in their best level, and he has a tactical plan. According to Defensa Central, they have claimed that Alonso has identified Barcelona's weak spot ahead of their clash, and he believes that Lamine Yamal, even though he is one of the most dangerous attackers alongside with Pedri, he can still be defensively exploited due to his lack of tracking back, which is very true. Something that we have seen in the past few matches from Lamine Yamal. Him tracking back is really not the best, and Xabi Alonso has given clear instructions. He has stated we have to attack his side and we can do damage there. Keep in mind that is the exact same side where Vini and Kylian Mbappe do live on. I also believe that because they want to go through Lamine Yamal and the fact that he does not track back, they also see Jules Koundé as a weakness. You combine Koundé's current form with Yamal's lack of tracking back, yes, it does make a lot of sense that Real Madrid do see their left side as the main outlet. And so I can see Madrid coming in with a lot of motivation. They have lost in their last 4 meetings against Barcelona last season, and I can see them very angry. However, if Barcelona pick up their game and we gain the momentum, starting with Olympiacos, Barcelona can have a response back. And so that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.